keep in the bottle of yours? Is it Sobolo or it
is not Sobolo.
It is infused Sobolo.
Hey, Crosby, what do you know about the infused variety? No, it's just...
Drink your champagne as I drink my Sobolo.
If you're watching... Oh, actually, sing it for us.
Do you want to set me up like this?
Helen is early.
Anyways, so if you're watching us on Facebook, actually a wonderful supporter of mine had this engraved for me. I forget the business name. It's been a while. Apologies. I forgot the name of your business.
Supporter.
Yes, and it says Helen Appiah-Ampofo, keep up the good work. And it's engraved with my face, as you can see, a picture of me. And really, really wonderful. It came with, I think, a key holder and a notepad.
You forgot the name of the business.
I've kept this for 4 years now, so I have to a very long time.
The question was really the content of the bottle. You are describing the bottle. Yeah.
Sorry, black coffee. Black coffee and black coffee only.
Okay.
I must state that, and black coffee only.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. It's good.
Only.
How's your morning looking like, Helen?
Not too terrible. I've exposed my chest to some dry, cold air, but otherwise I'm in a fantastic mood. I'm excited. It's Tuesday. I'm excited to be here. Another day above ground. Yes. Nobody's written me any love letters, but I'm excited. Speaking of love letters, you see, I wasn't the only one who was unaware that meeting had been cancelled. That highly anticipated disciplinary meeting. Even the subject of the disciplinary meeting had no idea that the meeting had been cancelled.
I was taking you through the signatories to the letter, the
address. It wasn't in vain.
No. Because that's the point I was making. That look, you have written a letter. It doesn't seem to have been addressed to a specific person.
It was attention.
It's just floated.
Well, I'm about to make all of your arguments beans, as they say, because yesterday,
intercepting,
insider, outsider, everything fella. Well, I didn't.
She was there. Son.
I didn't have to dig deep. I was listening to, and I forget his ranking in the party. Might have been their deputy, somebody or the other. I forget the name, and he was on another media station, and he said, "Oh, as for the letters, he's very confident of the
Harun
letter."
Mohammed.
I think it was Harun Mohammed,
Secretary.
Deputy General Secretary. He says the PA was copied, given a letter. It was sent to all 3 numbers of hairs. It was sent to her electronically. The aide can confirm they received it. So I don't know whether maybe...
And he had made earlier attempts to reach her. Calls went through without response.
So maybe it was also on her part
the woman says,
to let them know that she also can still pull crowd.
She said she went to gym. When she came back, she saw the letter at her doorstep. Why didn't you use that same mode of...
The one that was dragging her before the committee. Yes. But the one that was cancelling the meeting,
you didn't put it
at the doorstep.
Next time, put it at the doorstep before the doormat.
Friends of Adjoasafo.
That used to be my own honorable for Don Kwabinga. My MP.
Would you want her to return, make a comeback?
No, and I think she knows how I feel. Honorable, good morning to you. When she abandoned the post,
it's been 2 years.
It's been a while, but you know what? I don't want to let it slide. We give sometimes our members of parliament and our honorable ministers too easy of a pass. In other jurisdictions, it just wouldn't fly. And I definitely empathize with what she said she was going through, but I don't have that luxury. If I am ever in a pickle like that, sadly, I don't think my job would wait for me that long. I'd have to step aside so that regular business can go on. My shoes would have to be filled, and that's just the way life goes. So for those who occupy those positions, those same rules should apply. If you are not able to fulfill your mandate because of one reason or the other, you step aside, and then we don't have to keep on calling for you. And at that time, it almost felt as though we were being mocked. There were videos. She granted an interview to say, well, the president knows why I'm away. Well, I'm your constituent, and I don't know why you're away. So
yesterday when she went to the party of Italy, a crowd followed the woman. The woman has fans.
Oh, she does.
She has
Honorable Adra Safo has a following. She's no small member of the party. So if you think what is going on, this fracas push and pull has no implications on the party, think again. A senior member.
So
she's been a minister.
She's been a cabinet minister.
She's been a cabinet minister.
A leader of their caucus in parliament. Deputy majority leader. Procurement minister.
Thank you.
Three-time member of parliament.
Three-time member of parliament.
And then she always mentions it. She wants it to sink inside you that, Charlie, I'm a big woman in the party.
Yes, she is. She really is. So, Sixtus, should she return? I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, she says that she's the only person who can deliver the Dom Kwabena seat back to the NPP. She says that what Michael Quay Jr. did is nothing. Anyways, let's get into the papers. Starting with the Daily Graphic on the front page. New rules set for Okada riders. It comes with the pictures of some Okada riders. Stories on page 3 of the paper. Persons willing to operate commercial motorcycle or tricycle, popularly known as Okada, they can only do so if they belong to a recognized tricycle transport union or employed by a licensed commercial motorcycle company. Also on the front page of the Daily Graphic, government to stop issuing prospecting license to small-scale miners. The story is on page 20 of the paper. According to Emmanuel Amakofibo, as the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Ghana risks losing EU timber export license. Parliament yet to ratify protocols. There's also Ministry's website content outdated on page 13 of the paper. You go to the center spread of the Daily Graphic. Let's build synergies among African universities. It will spur economic growth, according to President John Dramani Mahama. And some 10.385 billion cities approved for Get Fund projects. Focus on ongoing abandoned projects. The back page, there's a 40-bed facility to boost cancer care treatment and intervention to empower prisoners, ex-convicts in northern Ghana. Unveiled. The New Republic newspaper, banner headline, COVID fugitive nabbed in grand showdown.
What?
COVID fugitive nabbed in grand showdown.
What does that mean?
He
has COVID and he ran away.
No.
What does that mean?
The man that they say was holding people at hostage, if you like, around there. So, a high-stakes standoff unfolded in the upscale Aurora apartments in Ghana as notorious Nigerian fugitive Benedict Peters, embroiled in controversy over state funds and COVID monopolies, confronted authorities in a gripping showdown. Residents, including diplomats, were taken captive by Peters and his armed entourage at the exclusive residence near Jubilee House, Kanda, setting the stage for a tense confrontation. So now, you know what it means.
Near Jubilee House?
Yes.
It is our presidential villa that you come and take people hostage.
The paper says that is what he did. Dirty entanglement with MPP officialdom revisited. There's also Kwabena's bulletproof scandal rocks CJ. NPP's drag drama accusations fly as past shadows present. NIB to summon former and current MDs, Appiah, others for inquiry into stolen ECG containers. The CNIB is summoning the former and current MDs of ECG, as well as the minority leader for your marking, for inquiry into stolen ECG containers. And Mahama's approval rating soars, opinion poll. The story is on page 8 of the paper. The Observer newspaper, and that's finally from me. On the front page, gold board is the economic game changer Ghana needs, according to Dr. Tufosing. Professor Pukwachman recovering well, ignore malicious rumors, according to the Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa. NDC Professional Forum founder Uncle Sampiyali is gone. Norbert Gbogbochi arrested over fraud allegations, remanded into police custody. That's it for me. Sixtus, what do you have?
Let me start with the New Finder newspaper. Commonwealth must unite amidst tariff disruptions. Why are we panicking so much over this 10% thing?
You don't panic and see.
You see, it raises serious questions. So we say we want to trade. We should be trading amongst ourselves as sub-regional and regional bloc. We say we won't do that. We say we will still be importing and exporting, in fact, largely importing from Europe and the Americas. Now, they say they will slap you with something, and you are crying. Meanwhile, you have AFTA. Meanwhile, you have the sub-regional bodies. Can ECOWAS not trade within itself? We have been talking about a common currency for how many years now?
Many.
I remember when I was an undergrad student. Say it again.
That common currency had a name.
Eco or Eco or something like that. We used to write essays on this. This is when I was doing my undergrad program. We're doing inter-uni debates and inter-JCR debates and SRC debates on common markets. And I mean, Africa is still struggling. 10% tariff announcement. We are running all over the place. No. I mean,
you know that African trade ministers, they are set to meet on April 14.
To go and beg?
No, to know what to do.
Am I being a motivational speaker?
I mean, every other, I don't know, however many years, Africa is giving an opportunity to stand on its own 2 feet. And we'll come and say, well, this should provide us the opportunity to do it for ourselves. COVID came, and as an entire continent, we couldn't come together and produce our own vaccine or use our own. We were exposed as an entire continent, and we kept saying, okay, we've been shut out of this market, that market, or, you know, this border is closed, that border is closed. That should encourage us to really look within, and even that opportunity did not let us sit up. So I'm not surprised that you see that scramble now, as if to say AFTA is now in the pipeline, or is now a consideration when it's a fully fledged, toddler.
I was expecting to hear from African leaders, you know, following this announcement that, well, they are there.
We too will come together and do our own thing. In fact, we'll come and give you a united tariff, boom, and onto all of Africa.
And we went to meet the U.S. mission to Ghana, the mission chief. We went to meet with her. Well, I was listening to another and said, so what did you go to do? Did you beg, or did you say, did you go to threaten? I said, well, we went to discuss. That was the Honorable Samson Ahe. You know, he was speaking to another media house. He said, it was a simple, and I love the question that was asked. Simple, straightforward. He said, so this meeting, what did you go there to do? To beg? To threaten? There was a third I said we went to discuss. So what is the way forward? We will continue discussing. For how long?
You know,
this is a sovereign state that has made up their mind. What are you going to do?
Helen, you spoke about AFTA, the Secretary General of the African Continental Free Trade Area, Wamkele Mene. So he says that President of the United States is giving us a wake-up call. By now, we
didn't need this to be wake up call. We are now coming to wake up.
Although I like the name, no, Wangele Masela.
It's okay. Relax.
Wamkele Mene.
I like that name. Wamkele Mene.
Relax. Be calming down.
Surely.
It says, and the wake-up call is that we must accelerate our own economic self-sufficiency. Maybe we are traveling at some 2 kilometers per hour.
I think that is the whole idea of AFTA, to give us that acceleration, that boost, that, you know, inject that energy into us to be able to do.
Right.
And also to level the ground for us to be able to interact.
Yes.
Very recently.
To give us that willig and jelly.
Yeah, so.
Kaboosh.
It's the black coffee.
It's the black coffee.
When I tell you that it is infused. I tell you that it's infused.
I'm not beginning to worry. Is it really black coffee?
Be very, very careful.
Is it really black coffee?
What else would it be?
The languages you are speaking this one, Charlie.
No, I just say that all that to say Sixtus. It's okay. We feel your pain. Be calming down.
No.
But you see, sometimes it feels like we are inspiring to aspire when actually we can do it. Anyway, so Secretary General of the Commonwealth has spoken. Tema Oil Refinery records 2.9 million revenue in March, and CBG welcomes Dr. Naomi Wolale Kwete, I think maybe a new boss. Fidelity Bank and GIZ empower persons with disability. That is it for the New Finder newspaper. The Ghanaian Times newspaper front page, research and innovation. Let's complement donor support. President Mahama to African countries. Mining policy under review to meet current dynamics. That's by the Lands Minister. Sustain key interventions to improve lives of women, children. WHO rep. Transport Ministry begins consultations on new licensing regime for Okada tricycle. Comes with sector minister's picture smiling. There's something that is there, I think it's an advertorial. It says that I am not rich enough to buy cheap. I just wanted to read it. I love it. I am not rich enough to buy cheap. On the back page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper, Plan International empowers over 500 girls in project area. GHS donates vehicles to 3 organizations and comes with a picture of plenty people. They are happy that vehicles have been donated. And now, finally for me, Ghana's favorite newspaper, Daily Guide newspaper, banner headline, Air Med Flight Saga, government video staged. Guess who is speaking?
Who's speaking?
Is it our reverend?
Our very own reverend. And that story is on page 3. The video that we all saw, no? Reverend says that by the divine revelations of the Holy Spirit, he can tell us that the video has been staged.
It's a movie.
The ranking member of the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, Reverend John Intim Fojo, has dismissed claims made by spokesperson for the President and Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwakye Ofosu, regarding 2 suspicious flights that arrived in Ghana from that country. Reverend Fojo described a widely circulated video showing the aircraft at the Kotoka International Airport as potentially staged to mislead the public. That's a quote. Potentially staged to mislead the public, calling for an investigation by the relevant authorities. Was it yesterday we were supposed to hear the press conference? The 120-something questions, the reason for which the interaction with Adjo Asafo was rescheduled.
That's right.
It was yesterday.
That's
but
right.
It didn't happen, or I missed it.
I waited, I monitored. If I missed it, then I'll find out, but I didn't see anything.
Then I think maybe we still have to wait for it. Okay, so back to the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. It says, fake currencies found in BOG boxes at Sappiman. But Sappiman, what is it with Sappiman? This is the second one, right?
That's right.
It seems I have to relocate to Sappiman. It's a good place to be. CJ responds to removal petitions. Security operatives raid Balmia's ADC's house. Akosia Menu questions Kwakye Ofosu over Air Med Flight Saga. Your friend.
Which one?
Okay. Akosia Menu.
Oh, I've actually never met her before.
Oh,
she's been here, but I think at that time she had that interaction with Johnny. It was herself, and I've forgotten who she was paired with. But I didn't have. Three of them.
Former Nana Jantula,
Yes,
former
yes.
CPP General Secretary.
Yes, now presidential
staffer.
Yes. I didn't host them that morning, so she's been here, but I did follow the saga, though. I saw her numerous questions on X to Felix Kwakye Ofosu.
Just 2 of the questions. I can't seem to, let me see. It says that page 6. The story is supposed to be on.
What I did see was she was questioning something about the flight number and or route. So that's been so far, I would say, the main discrepancy that Reverend Intim Fojo has pointed to poke holes in the story of government.
So she noted that the aircraft under scrutiny bears the registration number N823AM, while the MP for that's Felix referenced a different aircraft N864AM. So the difference is the 64 is 864, and according to Apostle Menu, the one in question actually has the registration number N823. So question, why is the aircraft number different? The one in discussion is N823AM. The one you have posted has N864AM. I'm looking for the second question. Okay, I think that's about it.
Yes,
but on the same page, I'm sorry, Crosby. There's also this case, the Gregory Afoko's case. It came up yesterday.
Yes,
that's right.
Charlie, this case also again exposes another concern of our legal system.
What is it?
One person can go through one trial for 10 years.
A decade.
10 years.
Yeah.
If you started a business, by the 10th year, you should have been giving inspirational messages to the young ones.
Charlie, if you're born like your child, they go upper primary. Upper primary.
Class 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going into the merits of the case. I'm just saying that it typifies the concern that we, the people, keep raising. That we should not have an instance where one person will go through one trial for that long.
And it's not like it's over yet.
It's not over.
It is still traveling.
Yes. So is it possible it could even travel into the next 10 years again? That for 20 years the person will be going through the process,
Going to court back and forth.
back and forth, the cost to the person, the psychological trauma, the family. At a point, everybody will give up on you.
Yes.
This man went in. I remember vividly the day he was arrested. He was
The supporters
bundled
he had.
in. The support that he had. I was a journalist then. I was following this.
All the trends, free
Afoko,
all those things.
all of those things. You know, the petitions, free Afoko, I am innocent, all his cries. You know, there were times that they will bring him to court when they take him out because he did not have access to the media. The moment they bring him out of the courtroom, he will start speaking his mind so that at least the media would get his side of the story. This man did all of this. And for 10 years, he was going through the process. I mean, no, it's simply unfair.
And it's not a small case. It's a high-profile case. So, if a high-profile case like this is traveling, if you like, this slow, then
exactly. You can imagine.
We don't have anything.
You can imagine that if you are
nobody to talk for you.
If you commit this kind of offense in Ullo, and they arrest you, then you are.
The Lord is your shepherd.
Thank you,
Helen. What do you have?
but you see, there's a lesson I learned recently that in other jurisdictions, when they pick with your UK experience with the law, they can pick one case like this Gregory Afoko matter. They will schedule the case for trial, and if it's a 1 month period that the trial has to travel, it will travel within that 1 month. And it must end within that 1 month. But we don't see that in our jurisdiction.
There are like set timelines for...
Set timelines.
Well, we started with the election petition cases, so we have timelines for adjudication on election-based matters. So maybe when we expand it further, we'll get into allegations or cases like this. So we set maybe cases that border on murder, manslaughter, we're spending maximum 3 months to deal with. Then everything should happen within the 3 months.
So that we don't have people suffering like this.
That also will raise the concern of maybe hastily going through the process when there are more investigations to do, more revelations coming.
But is it not more worrisome that you, I mean, as a court reporter, I have sat in court countless occasions for prosecution to come and say, my lord, my lady, we are asking for a remand of the course, so that we can conduct further investigations.
Yeah.
If you are not done with the investigations, don't arrest the person.
Don't come there.
Yes.
Don't arrest the
When
person.
you have everything in your arsenal, then we go.
Then we go. But we are in a jurisdiction where people are arrested before the investigations even start. That is not fair. Then we are now looking for loopholes within the law to continue holding the people. It is not fair.
The Attorney General, he says that this is something he will adapt, or he has adapted. Until he has the evidence to go to court, he will not mind you. When he has the evidence, he's going to court. He has all, so he's not going to court to ask that, oh, give me a few weeks to go and investigate, go and bring this person to testify and all of that. So I think it's worthy to be considered.
Yes.
So maybe that is also to all those who are, crying for blood. They say we've heard about so many scandals and yet we see so little action. It's important that if you are a prosecutor, you have all your ducks in a row so that when you go to court, it's a one-touch affair. The evidence is put forth, or you open your what do you call it? You open your case, you go through it, you do your cross-examination, you present your evidence, you close your case, the decision is made.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the National Enquirer newspaper. Mahama rescues local industries, and you've got a picture of the finance minister here. Government is unwaveringly committed to fighting corruption. Nana Appiah-Ampofo is pictured here. She is the deputy chief of staff. Also, foreign ministry spends $15 million annually on rent. It's a old chief interceptor, now foreign affairs minister, Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa speaking. I'm sure he's been
Ghanaian
doing
missions abroad.
Yes,
and all
and
of that.
I know it's one that he's been passionate about.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
pretty sure that's what he's talking about. Also, good job. Next one, Agboja to contractors. Joyce Bawa Mokhtari demands 10 million Ghana cedis compensation. This is in a defamation suit.
Abronye DC.
That's
and,
right.
And yesterday I was listening to Abronye. Charlie, they have brought this thing against you. You are still doing that, guy. You know what he said? He said that you use some of the quote unquote cocaine money to pay the. That's what the man said.
Because we do know this singer Cardi B in the US.
Yes.
She brought a defamation case against one blogger, and at the beginning of the case, I think she wanted not that much money and an apology and a retraction. This lady said lie, never.
Fight it.
The blogger, and now I think she got sued for millions of dollars, and they garnish her wages. She's going to be paying Cardi B for the rest of her life. Sometimes it pays to reel in your ego, but that's just by the side. That case came to mind.
No, but that is not to say that Abronya doesn't.
No. I mean, I'm talking about others because Crosby said guy.
But you're saying we should just be guided.
Just be guided in life. I haven't
Sometimes
actually
just
looked too much into this Abronya issue, but for others, I see where guy can land you.
Hey, it reminds us of the $18 million this thing. But I mean, go on. Small digression.
There's an interesting piece here on health. Yesterday was World Health Day, and it's 10 reasons to have avocado for breakfast, and some 10 breakfast food to pair it with. Eggs come up as number one. So this morning, if you want to be healthy, maybe some avocado and a little bit of eggs. The business analyst.
Will you do it? Egg and pear.
Egg and pear.
As breakfast.
Or you can have it in like tea bread, for example,
Yes.
a sandwich.
No,
Yes.
I can take salad alone.
Okay, with the egg.
Okay.
Yes, just salad alone without it. I love my fufu and my bamboo.
But you eat
it
healthy.
doesn't mean that I don't.
We've never seen you
saying-
eating salad before. That's why we're asking.
He will fall
because
sick.
I eat it only at home.
The business analyst, so we can see if you all can afford your salad.
Right?
Oh, it's true.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
I remember something, but
It's true. Bank of Ghana engages Guta on macroeconomic stability and growth. Lands Minister tasks PMMC to ensure mining sector operates effectively. Strategically repositioning Sankofa Gold Limited is crucial. And Ridge Hospital saga. Access Pharmacy pops up over alleged extortion of patients. Panic grips top officials as Iyoko widens investigations. T-bills auction, government misses targets for third consecutive time. Finally, I've got the BNFT, and the front page has this to say: policy incoherence or harmonious independence. It's a feature, and I'm seeing Joe Jackson of Dalex Finance pictured here. That story is on page 5. IEA pushes for policy changes to maximize a nation's wealth. Also, GIPC realizes about $100 million in investments under GETP. First Bank appoints 2 new non-executive directors. Finally, Mahama vows no mercy for illegal miners. Full story captured in page 3 of the paper.
I've seen a story on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. Ministry's website content is outdated, and I mean it's simple to check. So I want us to do a small exercise. Let's visit some of the websites of the ministries, and then we'll
Can
know.
you just not let me waste my data?
You know, we are in contemporary times. Websites are crucial for the work of the ministries. They provide, avenues for communication between the ministries and the people they are serving, and vice versa. It is also an essential tool for any organization, including government ministries. But we understand that their websites, the content are outdated. I just opened the Ministry of, listen to this, Youth and Sports. Do we still have the Ministry of Youth and Sports in Ghana? But the website of the ministry is still Youth and Sports. And the latest...
No, is it have they abandoned that?
No.
So that is where the current minister's picture, profile, message, everything is.
Yes, it has the pictures of Mr. Adam, the current sports minister. And the latest story there is on February 28th.
And the name is still
2025.
Ministry of Youth and Sports.
The name is still Ministry of Youth and Sports, Republic of Ghana. So this is just one of it. Let's go to
the young people's own ministry.
Yes. I mean, sports and recreation. It's a ministry for you and I. We should find it easy to navigate the website, communicate with the ministry, go and read, events, general news, and that kind of thing from the ministry. But even the name of the ministry has not been changed yet. We're still using the old ministry. Helen, have you seen any other ministries you want to talk about?
Let me check out this particular one. Bear with me.
If you visit, this is okay. The Ministry of Health.
Okay.
So that has the picture of Kabna Minta Kando. Yes, he's the
Sector Minister.
The sector minister, and the stories there are also not up to date, unless there hasn't been any new thing happening in the ministry since the last time the website, if you like, was updated.
What is the last story?
So
there?
I'm looking for the date of the last story, and the story is Ghana AIDS Commission DG paid a courtesy call on the health minister. It's
I can see that.
Yes, so it is part of the, well, if you like, the banner stories on the website of the ministry.
I don't see a date, however.
Yes,
so
I don't see a
can't
date.
tell
I
when.
don't see a date too. But I think these ministries, government agencies, should maximize the use of, their websites. They're not there for decorations.
It's because they still don't see the need for we, the communications people. You see, we go to school to learn communications, publishing, design and maintenance of websites and all of those. Only to come out and they will say, oh, some full soldier should come and be head of something. The person doesn't know what he's about. Because he's party somebody, he's there. And we, the people who have paid school fees to learn the thing, we are there. So these are some of the things you'll be seeing.
So the Daily Graphic is reporting that some of the current ministers do not even have their profiles at the ministries. At the website of the...
I wouldn't be surprised.
Let me check for the Ministry for Gender, Children and Social Protection, and let's see.
Is it still same name?
Yes, it is still same name, and let's see what is there. Helen, you have any yet?
So far, I'm seeing that a lot of them have the corresponding minister or the new minister's picture attached. I can see Honorable Sam George as far as the comms ministry is concerned. But so far, unless there's a specific one that
if the communication ministry, oh goodness.
What have you uncovered?
Okay. You let it finish loading. I saw a picture. I thought it was the old minister, the former minister.
Oh, this one is the chief director?
Yes.
I see Dr. Is it Nafisa or Hafisa? Hafisa Zakaria. I think that is the name.
If you go to the Ministry of Roads and Highways, their website is really set out with some up-to-date news. I don't see the picture of the minister, however, but I like the way that it's set out.
There's always a link to that. So if you drop down, you will see the ministry.
So far, for the other two ministries, they've put their pictures on the front page. You don't even have to click.
Okay.
I don't know whether it's a new style.
When you further drop down under ministry, the ministry, you see the honorable minister, honorable deputy ministers, chief director. So you can click on any of them to then find the information about.
What is interesting that of the three that I've just sampled, it's not a uniform template. So I think there's also some discretion on the part of the ministry as to how their layouts will look. And it also depends how keen they are in updating us. Some ministries might be more have a more efficient system of updating
in this age of information
than others.
You can't have a website and not be using it properly. You understand? It means you are defeating the purpose of the website.
But that's what I'm saying. That you see, I was whispering the point out, but it's a serious point that we need to look at. That a lot of the time, for instance, if you go to the ministry, the roads ministry, for instance, you find publications. Just yesterday, the sector minister was on the road, right?
That's
he was.
Arresting truck drivers for tampering with their axles and all of that. Now, if I come here under publications, I should be able to see that story there. Do you get it?
That's right.
So that if for anything at all, or what was it, if for nothing at all, you as a journalist, you want to confirm you were not on that trip, but you want to confirm that this indeed happened, you should be able to get that information on the website.
That's right.
But the websites are not utilized. And it's also because I'm not sure we are interested in getting the right people into these positions. We either don't see how relevant the communications aspects of our ministries are, or we just think that I say wait there, anybody can do it, which is hurtful. I've gone to school plenty years to learn these things.
That's right.
And you come and tell me that anybody can do it and put the person there, and the person is not doing it.
So I have a nephew, he's not doing anything at home.
At home, bra office.
All you need is a laptop.
Press release. They have done well. Press release. Road Minister inaugurates 5-member committee to review activities of axle load operations in the country. This is like 2 months ago or so. And that seemed to be the latest story here. So I think that the ministries should begin to see their websites as sources of information, and stop the ministers from putting information on their personal Facebook pages and Twitter handles, neglecting the official platforms.
I mean, you don't feed the official platform, but you're feeding your personal handles. Yeah.
You see, I mean, this should be the source of information for even people who are abroad and want to follow.
That's right.
I don't have to go looking for the minister's handle.
I mean, if you don't want to do this, then make your platform available on social media. So update your social media, the official handle of the ministry on social media. That one should also be.
Maybe that's more new school.
Well, yes, that is
maybe that's where we're headed towards. That maybe websites have become obsolete, so that if you were to go on social media and access the official handle of, say, the Ministry of Roads, they would have pictures and a write-up. So maybe also we can look to that. Maybe we're moving away from websites.
No, if I were a communications advisor to any of the ministries, I would insist that in addition to the website, we still have active social media handles.
In fact, I'm going to do some research. Our website's obsolete. Are we moving towards now check out the handle on socials? Because it might be the case that maybe websites have become kulu.
No, they haven't.
You are showing your age.
You see, the official interactions
yes.
can be on the website.
Yes.
The everyday interactions will be on the socials.
So maybe you can have a link, you click it, and it brings you to the website to read the full text.
Do you get it?
Right.
It's a way of growing or drawing attention to the work of the ministry on the website as well. So that I don't think the two are
so that those
exclusive.
who are 45 and above who prefer that website kind of outlook can go and check it. Then
if
the young ones, we can go on X.
If the ministry were to post a job vacancy, where do you think they should put it?
Both. These days,
Exactly
they do both.
my point.
They do, but me, because I'm young, once I see it on X, I'll not go to the website. But those who want two-factor authentication, they'll wear their spectacles. Oh, what am I seeing here? I say that in jest.
You stop here.
I say that in jest, and Six, I think you're right, because these X accounts and whatever, we see they're getting hacked and so on and so forth. If you have that official source, make life easier even for yourself, so that when you go on these platforms come election time to argue, nobody can say he said, she said. The official source points to the data. I think you're right.
Check the Jubilee House website and
see what is there.
You see, because we see that all of them, the president is very active on social media. His spokesperson very active on social media. What's the name? Auntie Joyce is very active.
Yeah.
The presidential advisor.
That's right.
Very active on social media. In fact, all the people in the Jubilee House are very active on social media, and they all communicate official business through their personal handles. Why is it so? We should be able to grow. But you see, it's also part of the suspicions and everything that happens. So we should be able to have one social media handle, for instance, that cuts across administrations. But trust
we're moving towards this model now.
No, we will never get there in this country.
That has become the norm.
Felix would inherit Eugene Ahin's social media.
I mean, we're moving towards the model of official business channeled through individual platforms. That's how it looks from the Trumps across the world, because now we know that if you go on my page and you see it verified, it's supposed to represent the office, which I agree with Sixtus. It can make things become more personal than they need to be. We're talking about official business here, but
the woman, what's her name? The first woman to have contested the U.S. presidency, the Clinton's wife,
Hillary.
Yeah. When she was she went through a trial or a hearing of some sort because she used her personal email to communicate some state business.
That's right. She used personal emails going back and forth about some states.
Yes.
Some things here and there.
I think there should be something to be done about it.
At the presidency's website, presidency.gov.gh, official website of the Presidency of the Republic of Ghana, latest updates, 4th April 2025. 3-day state visit by President of Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Then there's 2nd
That
April.
is actually happening.
Then there's 2nd April 2025.
Yes.
Then 1st April 2025. So after 4th April, there's been no official communication or official, activity of the president.
I don't know.
And today is what?
Today is
Today's
8th.
the 8th.
So 4 days. 4 days, nothing has happened at the presidency. A lot is happening. A lot is happening.
Well,
Is
so-
the directive to investigate this AirMed and the other aircraft.
I don't
Is
see
it there?
I don't see anything like
Yes,
that.
but it
I
was
don't see.
communicated by the president's X handle, right?
That's right.
Yes.
I don't see anything like that. So let me compare that with the president's Facebook page. You understand? Let's see if there is any difference.
I think the president is more active on X.
Yeah.
Well, yes, he is. Maybe Helen can check what is happening on X
Let's
for
have a
us.
look.
Yes. So on the president's Facebook page too, the latest update is great news for our beloved country, Ghana. I have signed the bills repealing the e-levy, betting tax, and emissions levy. That is the latest news on the Facebook page.
This one was also 4 days ago.
Yes, this is also 4 days ago.
I wonder if that call to have the investigative agencies reach out to Reverend Tim Fojo is on the page, because that was actually 6 days ago, and the latest on there is 4 days ago. So maybe if we scroll down, we might see it. But that's the latest on
So
His Excellency's X
6
page.
days ago, the president put it on his Facebook page.
And then he put it on his X page as well. That was
Okay.
the last thing he put there.
6 days ago.
Yes,
That's right.
that the investigations be done. But
So-
if you visit the website, the official website of the presidency, I cannot find that.
So look, I'm advocating for job creation. Yes, it's not for me, but I'm also part. Let us begin to take seriously our media people that we recruit into these various sectors, media and comms people. It's not anybody who can be a comms person.
That's right.
There's a
corporate
reason we all
affairs
go
people.
to school.
It's not for your nephew. I have a
not-
nephew at home. I'll bring
The
him
fact
to
that
you.
the person can speak fluently doesn't make the person a comms
I
person.
can write good English.
And can write good English doesn't make the person a comms person. There's serious, rigorous training that we go through. Stop giving our jobs to other people. It's not anybody who can do our job.
Who are you making a case for?
Application
All of us
duly-
comms people.
Oh, okay.
duly advertised.
Personally, I think I could do a job like that.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
I have
duly
a master's in
advertised as
development
well.
communication.
Hey.
Then you go and pick somebody who,
Yes,
because
sir.
the person flows better than me.
You need to read more love letters, then you're also gonna flow. Yeah.
Helen, have you used an Okada before? Have you sat on one before?
No.
So,
Wow.
Why am I even coming to Annan Sixtus?
Oh.
You would have had a response.
No, in the Volta region a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
just to get to certain corners, you had to go with that. So I suppose that is the use of Okada. Somewhere in the Volta region, because unfortunately there was no car that was going to get me to where I needed to go, where we needed to go. Is it Cape? How many points?
Give 3 points.
Yes, just to get to that tall
Oh,
building.
you have tour though.
Oh, I have. We had
So-
to use motorcycle, so I got behind a gentleman and rode there.
New rules set for Okada riders. Sisters, you read the story in one of the papers.
Yes.
What did the new regime say? New licensing regime, if you like. So what I'm reading here on the daily graphic is that they can only do so if they belong to a recognized tricycle transport union or employed by a licensed commercial motorcycle company.
I guess for tracking purposes.
Yes.
I have a question, gentlemen, just for purposes of
Fire
education. When we talk about Okada, is it limited or relegated to motorcycles being used as taxis?
Commercial purposes.
Or when you say commercial purposes, that includes delivery
Yes.
as well.
It
So
does.
it's not just sitting behind
It's
the
not a
motorcycle.
human being alone. There's
It is delivery.
the
and
Yango and the boat backs as
It's
well.
a
Yeah.
Okay.
question Helen has asked. if you go to my part of the country, it's a major source of transportation. Almost every household probably would have, each household would have a motorbike. Traveling from one village to the next, you don't have trotro. It is your motorbike you would use. Even for longer distances, in some instances you have these motorbikes being the conveyor of pregnant
ladies
to hospitals or healthcare centers for delivery. You have not just pregnant women, sick people. That's in the community. Somebody is taken ill in the dead of the night, and it is a motorbike that is readily available to convey the person to the nearest facility. So I hope that in drafting these rules, regulations, laws, bylaws, whatever we may call them, we do not lump up, use the Accra experience to cause trouble for the rest of us in the country. The fact that you have Okada riders in Accra misbehaving, not respecting traffic signs and regulations, does not mean that we should use that same experience.
That small sample to put a yoke around the rest of us in the country. We have to be able to segregate who is using a motorbike for commercial purposes, and will there be a different set of rules for that? Just the same way as you have rules for taxis as against you private drivers. That as a taxi driver, your number plate is different from a private car. That as a trotro, your number plate is different from a diplomatic vehicle, for instance. When we do that, but that then will mean that we have to do a lot of work. We can't just sit in Accra and pass that law. It won't help us. Because if you try to restrict it, you'll be causing a lot of trouble for a lot of people in other parts of
the country. So I finally found a story. It's on page 11 of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Transport Ministry begins consultation on new licensing regime for Okada tricycle. And the minister, in an interview with journalists at a national stakeholder consultation held in Accra yesterday on the review of the Road Traffic Regulations 2012, was the one who mentioned this.
They're trying to, so the provision to prohibit operations without, it forms part of a new legislative instrument being drafted to amend the existing one. I'm talking about Road Traffic Regulations 2012, LI 2180. That is what we're currently using. And reading from some of the new additions, we've spoken about their belonging to a recognized group. And then, Sixtus, some time ago, you spoke about how somebody was saying that Mr. Mahama is engaging the Ashaiman group when there's a national. So how will we find, a fine balance between the need for the regularization because of how it has become part of us now, and doing it properly?
Consultation. That's what
the minister is doing here.
But those consultations should not be in Accra. That is why I use the example of where I come from. We don't necessarily use motorbikes for businesses, for courier services. This emergency health services I'm talking about, it's usually because this person, you are doing it out of the goodness of your heart. Your neighbor is in trouble. You go out of your way to help your neighbor. So the best that your neighbor will do in such a situation would be to fuel the bike for you. Then you convey your neighbor's sick person to the hospital. You get it?
For the riders, as part of the new regulations being considered, the riders must also be enjoined to have a valid commercial rider's license issued by the DVLA, and the applicant shall be at least 25 years of age and must possess a valid national identification card.
25?
Yes.
Why 25?
At least 25 years of age. So Well, you think it's too high. Because for your place, there are people as young as what?
Oh, no, you want me to say things that national security will go there. No, but 25 is, at 18 you can drive.
Okay.
You can actually acquire a driver's license at 18, right?
Yes.
I think before
So
that,
why
can
do
you...
we need, is there a reason?
Is it 18 or younger?
18.
18, you can.
18. Is there a reason
No,
why
so-
they need the person to be?
Mind you, this is not for you just to ride the bicycle, to ride the bicycle or the motorcycle. It is for you to use it for Okada.
Okay. But even that, a lot of the young people we see who are actually into this Okada business,
Even in
a lot of
Accra,
them are not
some
up to
of them
25.
yes.
So if the intention is to cater for Okada riders, then the age might be a problem.
They should reduce the age. Why 25?
25 is too
It's
high.
too.
Unless, let's see what the reasoning behind
beyond the age, they must also pass a commercial motorcycle or tricycle riding proficiency test.
Everybody who's riding should go and pass that profession.
yes.
Everybody on that motorbike.
In fact, we should even design an EI test, emotional intelligence test for our drivers and riders.
Obia be feeling.
I want to stop the insult or
Me, if you test me on the wrong day, I'll get F. I'm telling you.
if they test you on the wrong day,
No, because it's something I hope we can speak to mental health experts about EI on the roads and how it affects us. And they say that a bulk of the stress you are carrying, the high BP, comes from your interactions on the road day in and day out. Those petty interactions. Yes. They say those petty interactions that you have, go away, move, go, pay. They say it has a direct effect on your nervous system. And I mean, if you know how contentious it gets on the road, Sixtus, you know how it gets. On a busy day.
Charlie, we need to take calls here. But let me. Stephen is providing information. Stephen Abiemu. Where's the message again? Luke Dabu and Joseph Bandana, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Stephen, the message is running away.
What phone do you should check your phone?
It's an old iPhone. Are you satisfied? Are you happy?
It's okay.
Jamila too. Oh. Stephen, where are you? Okay. Says that delivery cannot be under that because there's a body that regulates their activities already. And he comes down to say that the courier regulatory body, I think, considers the mode of transport.
Yeah.
Well, Stephen, I haven't looked at that law, but I want to believe that it may not necessarily be regulating the mode of transport. It just licenses you to do courier services.
Okay. And the expectation would be that you're couriering via car.
Well,
because if there is no,
and
go
I'm not
ahead
sure
to
that
use.
law would expressly say that you are doing it by car or by motor or by.
You just have the license
You
to
just
courier.
have a license to courier. That's all.
If you use helicopter,
I'm not sure.
you can go ahead because you have courier license.
Exactly.
But
I'm not sure the mode of transport.
We even have
is.
Okada Association.
Yes.
Okada Riders Association.
Yes, we do.
We have the
and they have a
Ashaman branch
president.
and the national.
So if it goes beyond that, like a body that they've put together themselves to award themselves a license to courier.
So this is no Sunrise on 3 FM 92.7. Like we told you, it's a packed morning here. We'll be getting into the community voices segment shortly. But after that, we're getting into some hardcore conversations. The cocaine allegations this morning, we're getting a response from the Majority Caucus. The Member of Parliament for Wa West, Peter Lanchenu Tobu, is the Vice Chairperson of Parliament's Committee on Defence and Interior. We'll get a response from the majority side of the House. We're also looking into the petition for the removal of the EC chair and 2 deputies, as well as the response of the Chief Justice to the petition for her removal. She made that available to the president yesterday. We're getting into all of that this morning. But first, let's hear from you on 059242717, 0556910154.